What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and this is your match reaction. It was Everton 1, Luton 2. And I can't believe I'm saying that. I can't believe this is 4 straight home defeats. I can't believe it's 1 home goal in 4 games. I can't believe that off the back of 2 wins against 2 very good sides in Brentford and Aston Villa away from home, Everton players, the manager put in that performance. I'm shocked. And it started at the start of the game. I went into this game really confident that we would smash Luton, and I make no bones about it. I sat there and I was convinced we were going to smash Luton, like smash them. I think I tweeted that we'd beat them 6-1. You know, I was really confident going into this game that, you know, the worst team in the league would have no chance against a team that finally looked like they're scoring goals, playing aggressive, playing through the lines really well. James Garner playing in the centre of the park, looking brilliant. Calvert-Lewin looking like he's scoring goals, blah, 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 blah. And it was a car crash. It was a car crash. There was no doubt Everton were the team that had the most chances. There was no doubt that Everton had the most possession. There was no doubt you could probably argue that Everton should have got something from the game. But we didn't against Luton. And this is an issue that I have with Everton, with teams that are newly promoted or, you know, are teams that you expect to be around bottom of the league. And this is a big problem. You know, we've lost to Norwich, we've lost to Southampton, we've now lost to Luton. It's like every season, the team you think that is going to finish bottom of the league come to Goodison Park and beat us. It's almost like you just hand them 3 points. And it would be absolutely fine being in that situation if you go and beat the teams that you hope to get results from. You know, the Fulhams, the Wolves, the Bournemouths at home. You know, the teams that are okay teams. I'm not disrespecting any of those teams, but you'd like to think at your home ground you will beat them, but it'll be a tougher game. Luton, in my opinion, was a walk in the park game. It was a 3-point banker. It was a championship team against a rubbish, don't get me wrong, a bottom 5, but a bottom 5 with the tails up, playing with a bit of confidence team. I really thought that we would do them today, and we didn't. And you know, I pointed fingers, and you can point fingers at all the players. You can talk about whatever you want, but there were some key things that happened in today's game that I do not understand based on the Aston Villa performance with a team that is currently sitting 4th, and that team, albeit they made 5 changes or whatever it was still a top 8 team that we went and beat on Wednesday night. I don't understand the changes. I don't understand Nathan Patterson being dropped. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get it. I find it absolutely mind-numbing. I don't understand why Garner and Decore come back into midfield when James Garner and Onana were so good together the other night. I just don't understand that. I don't understand why you took the width out the team by having Garner then come into the middle, which allowed space down the left-hand, well, down their left-hand side, down our right-hand side. And Ashley Young is getting doubled up. I don't understand why we can't defend corners, because every single time the ball come anywhere near our box today, we shit ourselves. It's a disgrace. Honestly, today is an absolute disgrace. It's worse than losing the home game to Southampton. It's worse than the last 2 times we've lost to Norwich at home or whatever it is. It is an absolute disgrace. And I could sit here raging at it because I was, and I've been poorly. I didn't do a match reaction after Villa because I was ill. Honestly, today, I feel like death, and that shit hasn't helped. I honestly, I hate them. I hate them. How do you become the first team to lose to Luton. And please, look, Luton fans, don't sit there thinking I'm being all derogatory about your football team. You got 3 points. You've got 4 points on the board now. You've got to kick on. You've got to use that as a confidence, as springboard, and you've got to keep going. Because, look, there was a lot of fans that were very, very concerned that you would do what Derby did 10, 15 years ago when they got 11 points. A lot of teams thought that that would be Luton. And, look, it could be. But there was heart, there was desire, there was aggression. Morris up front is a Premier League player. He is aggressive, he's solid, he's got good footwork. He knows where the net is, he causes problems. Honestly, it's pathetic. You know, I've had different people giving me different opinions on players today. I thought Doucouré was woeful. I thought Manil did nothing apart from deliver a couple of balls into the box. I thought Onana did a decent job, but his distribution at times let him down. The biggest problem for me today, and on heart, was the setup and the players that played in that setup, because I felt like there was better options on the bench that should have started. I felt like Jack Harrison should have started. I felt like Dan Juma should have started. I felt like we should have had the two in the middle. I don't get the changes. I don't get the changes. And for me, 4 defeats in a row, Fulham, Wolves and Luton being 3 of them, you've got to go. I'm done with him. I'm done with him. I don't understand how he can master playing away from home, but he can't win at Goodison. I don't understand. And to top all of that off, his match reactions today, his discussion points, the things he was saying, literally made me sit there and think, I don't think he's got a clue. I don't think he's got a clue, because at 2-1, I expected us to win. At 2-1, I expected us to win. And that second half performance, we had huffed and we puffed and we got nowhere near the goal. The ball went over the top of the goal. I don't understand how we can't see how the management team can't see that not playing players like James Garner in the middle of the park to play through balls isn't creative, or, you know, allowing players like Nathan Patterson to be on the overlap, which Ashley Young doesn't really do because he doesn't have the legs in the same way. Don't get me wrong, Ashley Young as an individual, as a footballer, has been fine. I mean, he's made a few errors, but we're Everton. We're not challenging Europe. We're not challenging Europe. It's an absolute disgrace, and I don't think he'll go. I don't think he'll be sacked. But honestly, I am done with him. I am done with him. And there'll be people on here that will defend Dyche, that will stick by him, that will say, you know, you can't blame the manager for the ball not going in the net. No, you can't. But you can blame the manager for having a team that only creates half chances, not absolute chances. And the reason why you can criticise a manager to do that, because he has to teach these players how to play through the lines and create problems for the opposition. I felt like he had done no research on Luton whatsoever, which I know isn't true, because one of the things about Sean Dyche is meticulous about his preparation. So he knew exactly what Luton were expecting, yet he didn't set up to beat them. I just don't understand the 3 in midfield. I don't understand why you basically take out a piece of width every time you play Garner on the right. Every single fan I've read on Twitter has literally said, why put Garner on the right? Why not play him in the middle? And if I can see it and everyone else can see it, then why can't a man that is on 3, 4, whatever it is, £1 million a year see it? I'm done with him. I'm done with him. I'm done with the tactics. I backed Dyche. I supported Dyche. I would hand on heart sit here every game, even if he'd made dodgy substitutions or dodgy errors or set up the team wrong, I'd sit here and go, do you know what, he's learning, he's been dealt a tough straw, blah, 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 blah. Today, against the worst team in the league, he proved he doesn't know what he's doing, because he set up that team as if he was playing any other team in the league. He set up to play exactly the same way, when instead of going to Villa like he did in midweek, and Brentford, where he sets up and we're more aggressive, we're more compact, we're playing on the counter, blah, 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 blah. He sets up like that today. It was pathetic. It was absolutely pathetic. And Dyche, the problem with Dyche is Dyche will never come out and go, do you know what? I might have got it wrong. Because I would respect him more if he said, that was on me today. And we have seen managers do that in the past. We've seen managers come out and say, that was my fault. Say that. Come out and say that. Instead, stop talking about we created chances, we had opportunities, we did this really well, we did that really well, we lacked in the fight. No, your fault. Just sit there and say, yeah, I messed up. We all make mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes in my life, in my job, in my everything. Anyone who watches this video has made mistakes. You made a mistake, put your hands up. Stop deflecting from it. I think it's, is it Richard Buxton, the journalist, right? I'm pretty sure today he made a comment and he absolutely nailed it in one tweet, and he basically said, Sean Dyche is not only deflecting, but he's also saying that it wasn't good enough on the pitch. And he basically completely counters his own argument. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. And the thing that rattled me today was the performance. The performance was poor. Was poor. Calvert-Lewin is in form. You can see it. He's running the channels. He's trying to get on the end of crosses. He's working hard for the team. He's playing well. He's scoring goals. And you're not setting up with two wingers to give him the ball. You're not setting up to use his attributes, which is play through the lines. It's fucking bonkers. It's bonkers. Doucouré, Onana and Ladrissa Garnagay, the three in midfield, don't work. That simple. Now, if I can tell you that, I'm sure there's thousands of other Evertonians can tell you that, but it doesn't work. Change it. Change it. It's not good enough. It's not good enough today. And Sean Dyche, the blame is 100% on him. And if he was sacked tonight, I wouldn't be bothered. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Thank you for last week. Thank you for Wednesday. Thank you for the game against Brentford. I said before, he was tactically inept at times. And we had them 2 games. And me and John had this conversation and we actually said, I feel like he's starting to get this team. I feel like he's starting to understand. I feel like he's starting to get what the fans want. And he reverts straight back to type on his first home game after 2 away days. It's a disgrace. Honestly, it's a disgrace. And if he is in charge next week, if he starts a similar team to that next week, honestly, I honestly think there'll be walkouts. Because I think fans are done with him. I think they are done with him. I'm certainly done with him. I'm done with him. The problem is who can sack him? Who can sack him? That's another issue that we've all got. So, yeah. There you go. I'm done. I just... fucking done. Anyway. Debrief show will be tomorrow with John. John won't be happy with that. And I don't blame him. Peace.